Hi Tatler Indonesia, my name is Arya Setiadharma. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Prasetia Dwidharma. We're a telecommunication infrastructure contractor and an investment firm that specializes in early stage technology companies. Three unique things about me. First one is I have a twin brother. And the second one, people may think that I'm an outgoing person, but deep inside I'm an introvert person. And the last thing is I like cooking, but I just don't have time to cook these days. And actually, during my college days, I had a dream to pursue a career in culinary. Welcome to Get to Know Me with Tatler Indonesia. There are three major things that I'm doing. The first one is definitely my own company. We got a lot of projects these days because of the government projects from Bakti Kominfo. So we built a lot of towers. We're actually in the process of building a lot of towers in Papua. And the second thing is, for the past year, I've been busy with my school as well. I'm getting my MBA degree from Chicago Booth for actually the past 2 years. The program started exactly 2 years ago, and it's supposed to finish this year, but I'm deferring to next year because of COVID. So for me, it's really about meeting with a lot of great founders, because they might not realize it, but actually I learned a lot from talking to these great founders. Just being exposed to a lot of industries, very diverse industries, a lot of new business model as well, and actually cutting edge technologies, right? So I think being exposed to a lot of things and meeting with a lot of exciting founders is really, I would say, the best thing being a VC. Yeah, so I think the first and foremost is that you have to know the VC, right? So do your research. You have to know whether the VC invests in early stage or growth stage. For example, let's say if the VC's ticket size is 5 million and above, 5 million USD and above, it doesn't make sense for them to look at your deal, let's say when you're fundraising for 100,000, 200,000 USD. So first, you have to know who you talk to and whether they have an appetite in the industry. So basically, do your research about the VC, the ticket size, the industry, the portfolio, because they might have already invested in a potential competitor of your company, right? And you don't want to share too much details about your company if they already invested in their competitor, in your competitor. So I think knowing your potential investor is the most important thing. That's the first thing. And I think the second thing, when you want to raise from investors or angel investors, venture capital, learn how to tell a story, tell a good story. So the storytelling is a really important aspect of this industry as well. So it's a good skill to have. So learn how to do storytelling, because investors don't have a lot of bandwidth, right? And especially VCs get a lot of deals, every day, inbound deals. So if you can tell a story that connect with the investor, you will leave a good mark, right? So the investor will remember you. But if you cannot connect with the investor, they will probably forget about your startup tomorrow. So I think know your audience, because the way you pitch to an analyst and to a partner might be different, So know your audience, what they know about the industry, and whether you can connect with the investors are really important. So definitely my father. My father was a long-time CEO of Federal Motor, now is Asranda Motor, and he was the CEO of Asa International as well. And since 2005 till last year, he was the chairman of Asa International. So he's been my greatest mentor, definitely. I learned a lot of things about leadership, about, I think the most important thing is being kind to other people. He always said that you want to be a candle in a dark room where you give light to others. It's not really about yourself, but how you can give back to community and everything. So I think that's the first thing that I learned from him, and about leadership and everything, about management. I learned a lot from him. But in venture capital, I would say my mentor is Nico Wijaya, from the CEO of Berry Ventures. I learned a lot from him because before I met him, I do feel like I'm too kind. When I with founders, I'm just too kind, and I take a lot of meetings, and looking back, probably some of those meetings are not important, So I learned a lot from Nico on how to be a great investor, And it's not really about being nice to everyone. Sometimes you have to be able to say no more than saying yes. So yeah, I learned a lot from him, and actually, I right now we're good friends as well. So he's not just a mentor, but he's also a good friend. Actually, I have a lot of times, right? But I guess because of my commitment and my responsibility for my own company, I just don't have the bandwidth to do it. And I guess that's actually the reason why we start investing in startups, in tech companies, because we believe that the digital ecosystem is gonna grow, right? That's what we saw in happen in US, China, India, and it's just a matter of time Indonesia is gonna catch up. So I think back in 2014-15, we started to think about it, and we believe that if we cannot build ourselves, how do we participate in this digital ecosystem? So I think the answer is by investing in other companies, by investing in other founders, who had the capability and also the industry knowledge. They know better about the industry. Just invest in great people. So I think yes, from time to time I might think about an idea, but actually sometimes I found a startup that actually doing what I thought would be a good idea, and that led to an investment. Because usually when I had an idea, I would do research on it. Is there a success story out there? And I guess by keep thinking about doing it, I keep finding good companies as well. Yeah, so I think the best in life or in well, in life, I would say the most important thing is happy wife, happy life. So that's I would say the for life, yes. But for I think career or business, I think surround yourself with great people. So my dream has always been to be able to run an investment firm, a professional investment firm, venture capital with funds, probably more than one fund, right? So I think that's something that I still believe that I want to do. I want to do it. I want to achieve it in 5 years. Right now it's more of a building credibility. Meeting with a lot of potential partners. I'm actually exploring it, with some people, but it's not there yet. It's not there yet, but I'm taking it at a very decent pace, I would say. But I believe with my experience in investing and also operations, because I'm running on my own company as well, and combining with the knowledge that I learned from my Chicago Booth MBA, I believe that dream is achievable in the 5 years. Okay, that's it from me. Thank you for listening. Get to know me with Tatler Indonesia. Don't forget to subscribe Tatler Indonesia YouTube channel and follow Tatler Indonesia Instagram. Thank you.